Welcome in, guys. Episode
Woo!
28, Chillin' for Our Lives. I am your host, Electricity Wave. Here today with my co-host, Stadium Beats, audio engineer, producer, multi-talented, multi-platinum. Imagine.
Multi-platinum.
That would be nice.
Maybe someday.
That'd be sick. And then here I am with a streamer award, and you're multi-platinum.
Hey, you could be a multi-platinum streamer.
Do they have platinum for that?
No, but if you're like, when you hit 2 million views, could call yourself multi-platinum.
Dude, I'm gonna do that. Self-proclaimed platinum guy.
Yeah, it's self-proclaimed, but you have a literal number to back it up, so it's fine.
Right.
I'm a multi-platinum streamer. I think that works. Fuck it.
Yeah. That'd be cool if they had like, I mean, they do have like an award show, but like maybe one day once like streaming is more mainstream, it'll be a whole like production, like how it is for Grammys, you know.
Have the streamies.
Yeah.
The streamies.
The streamies. That sounds so cute.
The streamies.
Yeah.
Look at all the little streamies.
Oh, look at those streamies. Who wants an award?
Because now all you get now is just like at the video game awards, you get like content creator of the year or something like that.
Yeah.
But you could do a whole category or like a whole breakdown, like best comedy or best like Twitch moment of the year or most views or I don't know.
Best community.
Dude, yeah.
If someone won best community, they would hold that shit till the day they die. Like,
yeah, because everyone would want to be in the best community.
Yeah, because like
GGs.
I mean, I do the same thing, but everyone is so biased. Like everyone thinks they have the best community. So like,
yeah,
if there's an award for it and someone like has a factual like statement that their community won the award out of everyone on Twitch, like, dude,
yep,
I'd make a T-shirt out of it.
Oh yeah,
like world's best community,
or something like that, and try to get creative with it.
Yeah, like thinking of it, who would have like. I think
Discord? I can't hear you if you're talking.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
If I had to think of like funniest community, I'm going with Hamlin's.
Yeah. Half of Hamlin's content is his community roasting him or saying funny shit.
Like, he could do it by himself, but...
Oh, definitely.
Like, because that's why he's where he is, but when you go to his stream, one of the first things you... Like, it's crazy that he can even like have content because his stream has so many dono subs and like shit going on that like, because he streams like, they call him like a 30-minute streamer, like one time a month streamer. Like his community like always laughs about it, but like when he gets on, shit's popping. Like, and like I always remember like I'll go and say I'm on Twitch and I'm looking for channels. I see he's on, and I like first 3 to 5 seconds. I hear like the most sus dono of all time, and it's amazing every time. It makes me laugh.
Yep. And he gets those all stream.
Yeah, and like he'll just so like funny. Go with it, or he'll be dying laughing, or like, and you just see chat like just dying.
Yeah, because how he works with that stuff is so funny too. Like the chat isn't just the comedy; like how he works with it is so funny.
Yeah, it's so good. And like even when I donated for my birthday and stuff, he just said like he told me like some story or something about dildos, and it was funny because like it's like crazy how many stories he has.
Yeah.
You know, and just like, I don't know. But yeah, like if there's awards, like I would say another one is like for best community, like one of the most like close-knit communities that I've noticed while being on Twitch is Nick Merckx. Like this man, it was always like preaching about like family and stuff, like how Larry was talking about it. I feel like everyone knows everyone in that stream. I always see the same names. He even had a barbecue where he had like hundreds of people come to it. I almost went to it, but like I wasn't subbed long enough, and like I just didn't feel like, I don't know. I was always doing my own thing, so like I didn't really like have a chance to be in there like other people, but it definitely seemed like a really cool idea. You know?
Yeah, I remember when he did that. People made a big deal about it, and like it's such a cool idea, and just it's like a mini little Twitch con, but
it was
like a Nick Merckx con.
Yeah, it's like probably even better for them because like they know
Mm-hmm.
everyone in the community, especially like if you've been sub for a while, and like they even had
Mm-hmm.
like I feel like I even remember them having like drone shots, and like he made it a whole YouTube video with like highlights
Yep.
with like background music like that.
Mm-hmm.
You don't ever see Twitch streamers doing that for their community ever. Like that's
Nope.
rare. Like
Yeah.
people might do it at TwitchCon, like oh let's do a meetup, but like or they'll have people like line up for him for like pictures and stuff. But like he like legit was like let's plan this shit in the summer, and it looked like a blast. Like I definitely want to do something like that one day. Definitely.
Yeah. That would be awesome.
Yeah, like just have a
It's
nice
cool. It's
barbecue.
crazy. Yeah, and it's crazy that he is. So I feel like that's something that you would have to wait until you're like really big to do.
Yeah.
Because like, let's say if you averaged like 30 viewers, which is still pretty good, but like 20 of those average 30 could live in like the UK or something, or like just a
Yeah.
totally different country.
Right.
But if you have like hundreds of thousands of followers, then like odds are at least like 50 or 100 are gonna live
Yeah.
somewhat in the general vicinity of you. And if you
Yeah.
have 100 people show up to your barbecue, that's freaking lit.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to be at a
So-
spot where you're averaging like thousands probably.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
People, I don't think that's something that people would fly across the world for.
yeah.
But maybe.
Mhm. I'm sure like I didn't see like the farthest person like that traveled, but I guarantee someone flew overseas for that.
Oh yeah, at least one,
Yeah.
definitely.
But yeah, the streamies, that'd be a cute little award show. And it would
Uh-huh.
get so many views too. People would love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, and they would stream it on Twitch and stuff, I'm sure. It'd probably be
Yeah.
like, it'd definitely be the most viewed thing of the night that it's on. So,
Yeah, and like all the top
that'd be
streamers would be streaming it and hosting it.
mhm.
But yeah, that'd be really cool. One day it might
Mhm.
happen.
Yep.
It might happen.
B-
But yeah,
but-
but
in the meantime, before that happens, the big thing on Twitch right now is
Yep.
Valorant. It is the big thing. All you see is Valorant. This drops that. Everything is Valorant right now. So I want to hear. The community wants to hear. The world wants to hear. What are Electricity Wave's thoughts on Riot Games' Valorant? going
first thought, I don't have a fucking key, so that needs to change.
So
No, I'm
fuck
just
that
kidding.
game. No, I'm kidding.
But I don't know. Okay, so it's crazy because going back, we talked about Project A for quite a while when they first announced it, and
Yeah.
we had kind of like looking in like retrospect, we had like, oh, this could be something or whatever. Like it's Riot, it's probably gonna be like pretty solid, but we had no idea how it was gonna be like this because
Yeah.
the timing of it is literally perfect. Not only is
Yep.
everyone stuck in their house, but Fortnite is going through a rough patch. I don't know, BRs is kind of like right now. There's
Almost
not,
a lot of the major single player games are getting delayed.
yeah, all the single player games are getting delayed, so like there's not really much to like get excited about. There's been so many, like the Overwatch community is huge, especially in competitive. CS:GO as well, like so many dedicated people, and they're like intertwining all these, like people have been wanting an updated CS:GO for years. How long has CS:GO been out?
I don't know, a long time, over a decade.
Yeah, like over 10 years. And like people always say like that's one of the most pure shooters like you can play. You
Yep.
know? Like
Oh no, it came out in 2012. CS:GO came out in 2012, but Counter-Strike itself has been around for a long ass time.
okay. So like yeah, like it's such a pure game. People always talk so highly of like it's just, you know, I can't get deep into like the knowledge cuz I only tried it like once or twice, but like I just know that it's
Yeah.
beloved by people. Like they're fiending for this type of game. So then
Yes.
Riot Games comes in, the League of Legends, you know, devs. They probably had a different team work on this game. You think?
I have no idea. There's probably like, because League of Legends is like an evolving, ever living game, you know, like
Yeah,
constantly being
true.
updated and stuff. So they probably have a core team working on that. But I'm not too familiar. I've never played League of Legends, so I'm not too familiar with Riot. But if I had to guess, there's a lot of the same people that are working on it, but the main League people are probably still working on League and not on Valorant.
Yeah. So like, just I don't know, a company this big, it's a free to play game. The beta's out right now. They have all these you know, huge streamers getting paid to play it with the drops that give you a chance. You have to watch the stream, so the numbers are hugely inflated. So there's
Yes.
there's money into this, there's RNG into this. Like it's two of the worst things but it
It's
creates
working.
it creates attention, it creates hype, it creates you know this I don't know, the way that they promoted it and marketed it was like a perfect recipe for success.
Yeah, one of the big things right now, like just in society for anything, not just video games, but is the FOMO, the fear of missing out. So if you don't have a Valorant key and people are getting Valorant keys and you can't play Valorant, well, I now want to play Valorant because I can't play Valorant. So I got to watch this stream because I want to code, but they don't drop all the time. I've seen some people, I was in Jordan Fisher's stream, shout out to the Fish fam today, and I saw someone in his chat say, I've been watching Valorant streams for 90 hours and I don't have a code. Damn. So it's like, rip that kid for it. First off, rip him. But like, totally inflated numbers. Not saying that these streamers don't deserve these numbers, but just like, it's pretty factual that more than a few people are watching these streams just to get the code. And like, it's totally generating hype. People are talking about it. People are tweeting about it because they don't have it or they did get it or whatever. It's just like, I think it's a really, really great way to use Twitch as a marketing tool, like in Riot's perspective. And it goes both ways because it's helping the streamers too. So it's not like they're being used or whatever. Like they're initially, at least, they're definitely getting paid, and they're getting like a ton of attention to their channels. So it's like, it's a win-win for everybody basically, except for the people that don't get the code, which is like, there's been tons and tons of closed betas throughout the year. So it's not like Riot is being like terrible because they're not just having an open beta. Closed betas happen all the time. So
yeah, Halo Master Chief Collection had that flight tests that were closed.
Yeah, and like Halo is like one of the biggest franchises ever, and only like a couple thousand people or whatever got to get in it for the first time. So yeah, it's just it's working for sure. Whether you think it's dumb or good or whatever, it's definitely working for them.
I think they're smart because like when you get so we got Gears of War 5, that game when that released, it was just as empty as the beta pretty much. Valorant on the other side, that feels like a complete game. When I watch it, like it looks like it's almost finished already. So
yeah,
I think they're really smart.
It comes out this summer.
Yeah, so they were really smart, like in being prepared for the moment. I think a lot of gaming companies throw out a beta, and they try to like use that whole like it's just a beta, but like I think when you have this much promotion and money behind it, like it's almost got to be finished.
Yeah, the term beta is used incredibly loosely these days. It's more of just like a demo, if that even. This seems so much more like the full game.
Like
just
I can't wait.
Release.
I can't wait till Fortnite's out of beta, honestly. That game's going to be really I think that game has potential. So
yeah, definitely. It might do something.
But they just had a World Cup for $3 million.
Yeah, and it's still in beta.
Right. I think 30 million was the pool, but the winner got 3. It was something crazy like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like someone was talking about it. I heard earlier today. It was like a really good point of view. So a lot of people were like, "Oh, they're just watching those streamers because they just want the key." Like they're basically like fucking the streamer over. Well, if you think about it, like Summit he's been averaging 250K viewers since Valorant came out, pretty much. Like he's been around that number. And if you take that 250K and take 1% of that, that's a fuck ton of people still. You know what I mean? Like, even if only like that 1% stays, like he's still like that's so much exposure and attention. Like that's a huge increase in average viewers. Even if you're the biggest streamer on Twitch, you average 20 to 30K, like increasing your viewers by a couple thousand still means a lot. So I think it's a great opportunity for the streamers and the game. Like it's not a one-sided thing.
Yeah, and if they have good content, like someone might be a huge fan of Riot or Counter-Strike or Overwatch or whatever, and they're really interested in this game and they never watch Twitch ever. Well, they want to get Valorant, so they got to watch Twitch, and hey, turns out they might actually really like it. And oh, it's like really entertaining to watch Pokimane play this game, so I'm going to watch her more. And now like, oh, who is this person? And then like, they just totally expand into the whole Twitch community basically.
Do you think I have a question. This is kind of like steering, but do you think anyone that watches Pokey, do you think like, I feel like the meme is like, if you even watch her, you're just a simp. And it's so like overused, that word.
I've heard the word simp enough times for three lifetimes.
Yeah, like it sucks because like the original, like when it first like first heard of it and I saw it, I was just like, oh yeah, like I kind of agree. Like some dudes like just try way too hard to like win a girl over. Like they just do way too much stuff. And I'm not saying don't be nice. I'm just saying like they would like break themselves in half just to like get a little bit of attention, right?
Yeah, 1000% simps exist. I'm just tired of hearing about it.
But yeah, so like once people learned the word, then they just started spamming it everywhere. Like anytime you even like acknowledge that there's a girl in like your radius, like you're automatically a simp, and it just got like really annoying and unfunny so fast.
Yeah.
And I don't know. It's just like I feel bad like cuz like if I was
so what was the question? Wait, sorry, no, go ahead.
I just feel bad for like if you're even a girl now and even a guy like says anything or even watches you or anything, like then like all his guy friends are gonna like shame him. And it doesn't happen in our friend group, but like I know it happens.
Yeah. Or
And
maybe just like a Twitch chat where like it might not be a friend group. It's just like, hey, I want to go into Pokimane stream because I'm a fan of her or I think she's really great. And I want to say like, hey, nice shot. Or, hey, I hope you're doing well today. And I don't want to be bombarded with people calling me a simp.
Dude, yeah, like I guarantee if you go right now, go on Twitter and go to Pokey's like recent tweet and like check the comments, I guarantee someone says something nice, right under that says simp. Just one word. Simp.
Yeah, it's stupid.
It's so common. It's like when you say stuff on Twitter that's like predictable, you're not a funny person. So like when I see shit on TikTok, I see people like saying fuck, I was thinking about something else and I lost it. Oh, when someone will say like, oh, like this is how I made a TikTok for instance. I was like, this is how I make my coffee, and I did like 90% creamer because like I like it sweet. It was just like over exaggerated like humor, and someone commented on it and said like, when did I ask? I'm like, dude, I've seen that comment on literally every like TikTok I've ever seen. Like, I don't think it was ever funny. Maybe the first time, but like. I hate when people like copy humor and like think like, oh, I'm in this joke, so like I'm funny.
Yeah.
I hate that. It's so unoriginal.
Yep. It's dumb. It's unoriginal. It's annoying. Everyone's seen it before. I'm not gonna laugh at this thing that I've seen like 500 times already. Like, well, yeah. Once like if I'll see like sometimes I'll see something like that. Oh, I didn't ask. Just as an example, like when I see that, that's probably like the 5 millionth time it's been said, right? So I'm like, oh, that's funny. Like, oh, that made me laugh. That's the first time I saw it. It was funny. But then, like, once I start seeing it a couple times over, like in YouTube comments or whatever, not that I ever look at YouTube comments, but like once I start seeing it again, I'm like, oh, okay, that's the meme right now. And then it's literally everywhere. So,
dude, the thing that makes me laugh about YouTube comments and Reddit comments is like people have never been more invested in their life rather than like a conversation. So like if someone has an opinion on YouTube or Reddit, you see like the person below it with like a full on like fucking paragraph of why their opinion is wrong or why this happened. And it's just like, how do people have the energy, or the time to like do this? I never understood that.
Why do they care that the other person thinks what they think?
Yeah.
Like, it's fine. Just let it go. Especially when it's opinion based. Ooh.
I know.
When it's like, when it's totally like what people argue over, like this game is better than this game. Like, dude, there's no way. There's nothing that you can say to change his opinion. Yeah. That the game that you're defending is better than the game that he's defending.
We were talking about that actually this past week. Remember when you said like something about a wrestling match or something? And then people were saying like it wasn't a good match or I didn't enjoy it. Remember that?
Kind of, yeah, I remember it vaguely, but I didn't remember like my point or where we were going with it.
You were saying like there was something like where a wrestler watched a match or something and he said he didn't enjoy it, but then everyone was telling him he was wrong.
Oh yeah, he was like, yeah, it was the Firefly Funhouse match at WrestleMania. There's this like big wrestling media guy. He said, I didn't enjoy the Firefly Funhouse match. And then he did a poll of, did you enjoy this? Yes or no? And overwhelmingly, people said yes, they did enjoy it. So then his Twitter feed became filled with people saying, okay, you're wrong. It was a good match. And he was like, no, I didn't enjoy it. You know, like whether it's a good match or not is totally irrelevant. I did not enjoy it. And then there's people that literally have the audacity to say, well, you're wrong. Like, how is he wrong that he didn't like the match? It makes no sense. And he's like, well, you're objectively wrong because everyone else liked the match. So you're wrong. It was a good match. Like, no. Opinions don't work that way.
Yeah. That's dude, arguing is probably the word. Like, I don't hate, like, I hate arguing more than like anything on earth. That's why I never talk about politics, because it just, or like opinions on anything, because like I saw someone tweet something today about how they like a certain food, and I had a different opinion, but I was like, dude, I'm not even gonna comment or like interact with this because there's nothing good that's gonna come out of it.
Yeah.
So like when I see people post stuff about like having opinions, like it's just like annoying, because like, okay, either everyone's gonna agree and you already knew that, or B, people are gonna argue and you're gonna make enemies out of it. Like there's nothing good comes out of like opinion based tweets or
and like and it's because of so often how they're presented now too. It's like I enjoy putting my cereal in the bowl first and then the milk, and if you think otherwise you're a psychopath or something like that. It's like you're not even entertaining the other side's opinion, you know? Or like
it's so aggressive.
Like like, or which is the best starting Pokemon and why is it Charmander? It's like, bro, thought
about that's funny you said it, because I thought about doing that for like who's your favorite streamer and why is it me? But that was like more like stupid rather than like
something like that. That's like an obvious dumb joke. And like I know most of the time, like depending on the person, like if they say like who's the best starting Pokemon and why is it Charmander, they're obviously not like looking to start a fight and like trying to be. They're obviously joking and kidding around and stuff. But like it doesn't stay that way. It'll very quickly, that question will very quickly, if you go into the comments, it'll dissolve into like why Hitler was right about World War II or some crazy shit like that. So it's like, how did we get from here to here? Yeah. And why are you talking about this in this like Pokemon comment section?
Dude,
like,
there's gotta be a YouTube video about like greatest YouTube arguments of all time. I might look that up.
Oh yeah, there's gotta be.
That'd be funny to watch.
Yeah.
That's what, one day I cannot wait until I get to the point where I get a bunch of YouTube comments and I can read them as as content. I can't wait for that day.
Oh, as content? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, because I think about that sometimes too. Like if I ever blow up, like at first when you're new, interacting with YouTube comments is like what's the word? Like it's super important basically. Like you should really do it. But eventually, if I was like not even, I was gonna say Drake level, but not even Drake level. Just like, let's say I got like 100,000 views, maybe. That's probably when I would cut it off and like, I can't look at this.
Yeah, it sucks because like once you get to a point, you're gonna get negative, and then you kind of have to block out the negative and the positive, because the positive, too many people let the positive comments feed their ego, and then the negative ones just create conflict. So you kind of have to not like reply to or like acknowledge either. You could probably reply, but like you have to stay mindful, you know, and not let it get to you either way.
Yeah. Yep.
It's such a weird balance with that. Because then if you don't even interact, then people are like, oh, he doesn't give a shit about his fans. It's like, no, I don't want it to interfere with my work.
Yeah.
You know,
because then it's like why, I don't know, especially with something with content, like it's almost always opinion based. So like, what are you, if you're addressing the negative, like you can do it in like a cool, something that is cool sometimes. Like I hate when people address like this super obvious negative trolly people. Like, but sometimes if they like respectfully say like, oh yeah, like I'll keep that in mind next time I'm recording or whatever. Like if they come at it in like a nice respectful way, hopefully it'll make that troll think like, oh, like he's like this person's a good person, or like he was totally respectful when I was a total punk to him. So like maybe it'll make them think about themselves a little bit more and like be not such a negative person.
Yeah.
So I like when I see a famous person do that.
Yeah, it's tough. Like for me, I don't know which route I want to take, because I see people like Chris D'Elia that just destroys anyone who talks shit to him. Like he quotes it, roasts them, and then his whole community and fans roast that person. That person most likely deletes the tweet, deletes their account. That shit feels amazing, probably. But then,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
it,
You can do both. You can do
or
both.
yeah, or there's a, like where someone trolls, and then you can just be like super respectful and nice all the time,
Hmm.
and then everyone's just like, damn, why would I even be mean? This guy's actually a good person, because
Right.
most people don't notice. They don't know who you really are.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah. It just depends. Like, I don't know, on a different day you could feel a
on your
different
mood,
way.
right?
Yeah. If you're just like having a
Oh,
rough day, or if you're just feeling
yeah,
hyped and you see someone say the right thing, you're like, dude, I'm
dude.
about to fuck this guy's Twitter account.
Yeah,
Mm.
part of me wants. I really, yeah, it really is gonna depend on my mood, because there's some days I just am like, well, they're probably just like upset about something else that has nothing to do with me. But
Yeah.
then there's other points where I guess it just depends on what they say. I
Mhm.
just will, I just will want to destroy their social media, where they want to delete their account and never get
Yep.
on Twitter again. Like
Dude, that would feel so good.
because, and I will never feel bad about it ever. I'm the type of person, I don't feel shit. If you brought that on yourself and came at me,
Yep.
you deserve
It's
whatever
GG's,
comes
my
your
eye.
way. Yep, GG's, brother. Go back to the lobby.
Mhm.
Fucking do
Start
something
fresh.
else with your life. Yeah, you shouldn't have came at me. I never said anything towards you. Like,
Mhm.
because I don't ever like, I don't, with me, I don't have the personality that's gonna like attack people. That's not who I am.
Like initially.
Yeah, I'll never like start something. Never.
Yeah. If I deserve it, then come at me. That's fine.
Exactly.
But like, if I don't deserve it, like if I just put out a Netflix comedy special and this guy comments on it saying like he's stupid for thinking this way, well then fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, like
Bruh.
that. I have never been like that person, like, to just like, I don't know, just like hate on somebody like so bad and like attack them.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I might, maybe when I was younger, I would say like trolly stuff just to be stupid and or whatever. But like, I've never like commented and been like, I hate you, like you're terrible.
Mhm.
You know, like I don't get that.
Yeah.
But
Same.
yeah, I don't know. But yes, so I don't know when Valorant is coming out. It says summer, so
Yeah. It's
maybe
probably
June.
it's probably a tentative release date. Like
Yeah.
because games don't big titles don't typically come out in the summer.
Right.
So it like my gaming history would say the game is coming out in August, but because like Madden usually kicks off the AAA fall like onslaught of games basically. Madden usually comes out like the last half of August, and then from there the last half of August, September, October, November, that whole slate of months is just crazy packed with games. So, but I feel like Valorant and Riot, they can do whatever the hell they want. They don't have to follow anything. They can just throw this game out whenever, especially because it's free to play.
Yeah.
So, but now it's like everything's fair game now. Like Ghost of Tsushima is coming out in June. Like everything's fair. There's no reason whatsoever. Obviously, people with marketing degrees and super genius business people know way more than I do, have studied this. So there's got to be a reason why companies usually don't put out games in the summer. But it's never made sense to me that all the kids are home from school and we don't want to put out any video games. It doesn't make sense. So Valorant could come out whenever.
A lot of the times though, like game devs and like marketing majored people, they might have all the information in front of them, but that might force them to overthink it. And when you could easily just throw a game out in the summer, like you said, when all the kids like are fiending for stuff, all the gamers, all the streamers, especially now, everyone's quarantined. We don't have shit to do. Like a game is like the perfect thing right now. Like the sooner they can release it, the better. If they can release it next month, they should.
Yeah, and people like live inside now. So, you know, like cuz when we were kids and like generations before, they might think like, "Oh, well, it's summer. People want to be outside and go out." Well, not in 2020, man. Kids want to play Valorant for 20 hours straight when it's sunny and 90 degrees outside. So,
yeah, exactly.
It's like, yeah, I wouldn't if Valorant came out in July, like I wouldn't be surprised at all. So, it's the game looks done basically. Right now they're going through their whole marketing thing. It's basically free marketing because they're just like they're obviously spending a lot of money on marketing, but giving out game codes to a bunch of Twitch people is not costing them much. So, especially in the initial push where they just gave it to like the big people. Right. So, like the game could come out whenever basically. If I had to guess, I would say June, but I base that off nothing but a pure gut guess because the game looks so done. and there's such hype now. I feel like they had, because this whole like, I got to get a beta code and I got to watch 900 hours or 90 hours on Twitch. I got to do all that stuff. That can't last for months and months.
Yeah.
So they've got to put it out. They got to strike when the iron's hot.
Mm-hmm. You know where that saying came from?
I don't. I mean, I can guess like, well, like I know what it means, like, but do you mean like the person that said it?
I'm just asking because I don't know.
Oh, it's from I'm kind of a guess here. I think I know this, but it's from like when you were like blacksmiths, like when the iron is hot, that's when you have to strike it.
Oh, to
that's
shape
when you
it.
can get that's when you can get the best shape out of it.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's crazy like how many sayings like and phrases there are where like the origin is so like it happened like one of them is close but no cigar, because do you know where the origin of that?
I don't.
Because when you would be at a carnival and you'd play the game, like throwing the rings on the fish or whatever, the prize was a cigar, and that's what they would say, like close but no cigar.
Oh, that's cool. Do you know where the phrase "knock on wood" comes from?
Nope.
Way back when, I don't remember which culture it was, but there was a culture that believed that like trees were like old ancient spirits, and they would be like, you know, really smart and wise and like mystical spirits basically. And if you were lost or if you needed some kind of guidance, you would knock on the wood and they would help you. Like you would knock on the tree, which is wood, obviously.
What idiots!
Yeah. Oh man.
Do you know where this next saying
came
is?
from.
That's interesting though. I like that.
Yeah. I learned that from the Spider-Man, from a Spider-Man novel starring
nice.
Miles, with Miles Morales as Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
Do you know where this next saying is? My eye. Chillin, my eye.
Chillin, my eye. I don't think so.
Two great philosophers in the year of 2019.
Okay.
Mr. Cube and Mr. Cubert.
Okay. What did they say? Yeah, what did it mean?
So it stemmed from the old saying, "What are you doing, my guy?" that prospered in the Vine days in 2011 and 12. I'm totally making this up, by the way. And they ended up shortening the words word by word.
Tell.
And now it is Chudun Mayai. One day it might just be Chudun Yai. Like it might just be sounds.
Mm-hmm.
You
just
never
like
know.
one word, basically.
Yeah. Dude, that would be
I like that.
that would be something else.
I want to know what people, because I'm kind of I've had an old man mentality for like a long ass time, but I'm really teetering on every new slang term is fucking stupid, and like I just don't care anymore, you know? So like I'm really curious to know like how people are gonna talk in like 50 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I don't like, you know, and yeah, how like a 50-year-old person is like, oh, like what does that phrase mean, you crazy kids? Like I feel like I've had that mentality for 10 years already. So yeah. But I still like some slang words are funny these days. Like when someone tells me I'm cracked, I think that's funny. But yeah, I wouldn't say it, but it's funny. Like I say it ironically.
Yeah.
But there's some like that I'm just like, bruh.
They start to do it already, like on TikTok. Like they'll say IYK, if you know, you know. And like they're using like super long like abbreviations now. So like we just used to have like NM, like not much, or like WID, what you doing. Now it's just like a whole fucking sentence.
Yeah.
Which is like,
Reddit has a bunch of those. Like Reddit has Eli 5, which is explain like I'm 5. So it's like saying the most basic terms possible, and they have your mileage may vary, which is whatever that is, YMMV, which is saying like it worked out for me, but it might not work out for you given a bunch of different circumstances. So it's like, yeah, I know what you mean. I see those a lot everywhere.
Honestly, probably Reddit's just the pioneer for everything. Content.
Yeah, it is. Reddit and 4chan is the pioneer of every single thing you've ever seen on the internet.
Why is that?
Reddit or 4chan? I don't know.
So many more users?
Yeah, Reddit for sure, because there's like tens of millions of users on there, and like it's just one of the most popular sites in the world. So I don't know, but 4chan, I don't know. 4chan, I could do a 3-hour documentary on 4chan. It's just like,
See, I've never even heard of that.
you've never heard of 4chan?
Maybe
my
once, like I maybe heard the word, but I don't have no idea.
It's just this old, it's this old internet board. The main, it was a bunch of different internet boards, but the main one was /B, so it'd be like 4chan/B, and that was just like no holds barred, the absolute Wild West, deepest, darkest corner of the internet, and except for like the deep web, but we're not gonna get into the deep web. So it's just like some of the most like iconic trolls of all time happened there. They like, that's where Anon came from, Anonymous. Anonymous came from 4chan. Because like everyone is anonymous on 4chan. That's why it's so like Wild Westy, because everyone is just anonymous. That's their name. Mm-hmm. So it's like they have organized stuff. Like there's 10,000 people in 4chan that are gonna organize into this board, and we're gonna get whatever trending. We're gonna get this school to change their mascot to Bodie McBoatface, or we're gonna get something negative about Justin Bieber trending on Twitter because we're all gonna tweet about it.
Damn.
Or we're gonna set up this massive spoiler for all the people that are in line to buy the new Harry Potter book. Or like,
it sounds like a cult.
Yeah, it's definitely a cult. 4chan is crazy. The next internet rabbit hole you should fall down is why 4chan ruled the early 2010s of the internet.
Really? Like, give me like an example. You don't have to explain it, but just an example of what they did in like one story or something.
Like they set up a huge Harry Potter spoiler. Okay. Like the biggest Harry Potter spoiler. Mm-hmm. So Dumbledore dies in one of the books, the last book, I'm pretty sure. And they set up this big thing on 4chan where people are going to drive around. Books had like a big midnight launch of this new Harry Potter book, like GameStop does for video games, except it was at like Barnes and Nobles and things like that. And people would film themselves driving past the people lined up outside yelling out, Dumbledore dies or Snape kills Dumbledore, and just totally ruin the book for every single person waiting in line. Yeah. Which is like the most fucked up thing to do, especially for Harry Potter. But yeah, so that's just one example. And then they would like film themselves doing that, and everyone would like post it on 4chan of like, hey, I got like 100 people in this line and I ruined it for all of them, and that kind of shit.
Wow. They sound evil.
Yeah. They are. 4chan does a lot of good things, but yeah, it's mostly evil stuff.
Damn.
Anywho.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say like, with all of like Reddit and stuff, I feel like, everyone used to think like video games were nerdy, but they're kind of like the cool thing now. But like,
yeah,
I felt like Reddit is like, I've always thought of it as like a nerdy type of like platform, and I don't know if that's true, but like, it's just
definitely
because
used to be.
Yeah. Because I don't know I know no one that uses it but you.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet a lot of people. I bet a lot of people that you don't know use Reddit uses it. They just don't like talk about it or mention it. Or even, I'm not like a regular Reddit user. I just know to go there when I need like certain information on stuff.
Yeah.
Like the game deals Reddit is fantastic. Or like,
it's a great it's great.
Yeah, like if I have this really specific audio engineer question that I can't Google, I'll just go to the audio engineer Reddit and I'll like post the question there, and then usually within the day I'll get some pretty good answers. Mm-hmm. So it's not, I think it's a great site, and it's like, I wouldn't call it nerdy at all. Like it definitely used to be, but I don't think anything on the internet now is like too nerdy except like hentai.
I don't think I'm not saying like it's a bad thing. I'm just saying like I can't see like some shredded dude like using Reddit or like some like
let me direct you to reddit.com/r/bodybuilders, and you'll see
it's like the most niche thing
dude
of all time.
Yeah,
Reddit,
I'm just playing.
Like, yeah, I do the same thing. If I can't, like I did it earlier today, if I can't Google something and find it, I instantly Reddit it, because I'm like, it's almost like Reddit's a better search engine than Google.
Yeah.
It's just because like there's more questions asked and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's more organized.
Yeah, like a bunch of different game Reddits have over 1 million people on them. Like, It's great, man. Shout out to Reddit.
Yeah, shout out to Reddit and 4chan. Good for them.
Yep, good for 4chan. 4chan still exists, but it's such a shell of what it used to be. It's
really?
It's not as fun anymore. Yeah, it became like try hard, and it's like just like overtly racist and shit now. Like, and it's just
really,
like, yeah, it always was, but there was still a charm to it, like for the good parts of it. But
Mhm.
now it's just like tryhards, and it's not nearly as good.
Dude,
Please
people on
don't come at
Twitch,
me for it, Shannon. Now you can end my life.
people on Twitch love try hard. The emote.
Oh, I don't know what it looks like.
Really?
I mean, I'm sure I've seen it, but I can't think of like which one it is.
It's a dude that's like smiling and he has a fro, and people always use it when they play like any type of like really good music or like rap or something. And then I have the one where he's like bobbing his head to it, and with like, dude, it's like my one of my favorite emotes. It's the one.
Dang.
It's the one where when I have the command that says like no Wi-Fi, neighbor's Wi-Fi, kinetic energy, that one.
Yeah, I remember that.
It's exclamation
Okay.
point try hard if you go on my, or if you Google it.
I don't know why I'm looking this up. This is so not. It's exclamation mark try hard.
Yeah, you'll see it. It's funny that command.
It didn't come up.
Really?
Really? Maybe I don't know. Maybe I have to type it. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I can't get it to pop up.
Oh,
But
people on Twitch love that one. What's your favorite emo right now?
my favorite emo right now is Keg
Keg
W.
W.
Easy Keg W. Better TTV. I finally jumped on the Better
Let's
TTV
go.
train. I got the Keg W emote first and foremost. That's got to be on there.
Mhm.
And shout out to my man Keg W. Just hearing Keg W makes me smile. I got it. I was getting in my car. Yesterday, and for some reason, like while I was opening the door, I thought Keg W. Like not the
No
guy's
way.
face, not the video, not the emote, nothing. I just the word or
The
letters or
word.
whatever, Keg W, and it made me smile. Like it just sounds so funny.
Yeah, I remember when
love
when you put it in my chat and I said Keg W and you were like, dude, you just saying that out loud makes me like laugh.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just funny.
Yep, it's just funny hearing Keg W.
I would love to meet that guy.
Oh my god, yeah.
Like have him on the pod one day
Oh no way.
and then have someone
Dude.
translate Spanish to him.
Yeah, fuck. That ruins it. Damn it. We'd have to reach out. I would reach out to him, but if he can't speak English, then it's GG's.
Yeah. Oh, we could just have like a Google Translate that like instantly does it as we talk, like a subtitle type thing, and then so he
Oh,
can
yeah.
read it as we are saying it.
We could try it. We got to reach out. We got to be able to figure out who it is within like just a minute.
That would
Google
be a
search.
legendary interview.
Yeah.
If
that's
we got
what I'm
him
saying.
laughing, oh,
Yeah.
he'd be
Keg
dying.
W2.
Yeah, because we could have a Keg
Return to
W
the Keg.
emote. Yeah, we could have a Keg W T-shirt where it's my face, your face, and his face all dying laughing.
Oh my god, dude.
That's
We'd blow up instantly.
yeah.
And I wouldn't even say I'd be like, and today on the pod we have Keg W. And
We have Keg W. Get ready for some Keg Dubs. Can we get Keg Dub in
yeah.
chat?
Yeah.
Oh
Shit.
One of my favorite emotes right now is Pog Cena. A lot of you might not know what it is, but it's the PogChamp guy, and he's making the face like, but then
he's got the arm.
he's got John Cena's body. So
Yeah.
it's honestly a beautiful thing. If you haven't seen it, go Google search Pog Cena, and you will see the majestic emote that it is. That's sometimes used in my channel. So shout out to people that use that emote.
Twitch.tv/electricity wave.
Yeah, shout out to those people. Better TTV is like that, and Franker, I think it's called Franker Faces or Franker Z, something like that. That is like another great one that's used
I've
with
never
Better
heard of
TTV.
that one.
Yeah, that one has like GIF emotes.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah, so like having both of those, if you're a Twitch streamer or if you stream or you watch somebody, let them know to get those Better TTV and Franker Faces emotes because they're game changer.
Next level.
Yeah, it's a next level because you can use like obviously like the channel emotes of the streamer, but also mixing that in. It's just like it's content. Just
Hell yeah.
because every time I look over and I see like the Better TTV emotes or like Keg W, like it's just great. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
So you've been streaming lately. You've been doing the backlog. We talked about it a couple episodes ago. What's next? What have you done? What's next?
Okay, so I completed Uncharted: The Lost Legacy, fantastic game. I completed Shadow of the Colossus, and I completed Guacamelee 2. Very glad to have beaten all three of those games now because it's been forever, and I loved them all. And I wasn't sure what I was gonna move on to next. I was thinking maybe The Witcher 3 because I downloaded a few mods for it, and the game is gorgeous now. And I mean, it always was gorgeous, but I downloaded the HD textures mod, and it's beautiful. And that game is like optimized amazingly, so like I can run it at 2K and like make everything look fantastic, and it still runs amazing. So I was gonna play that next, but just that's like a 100-hour game or something like that. So I wanted to get into something a little bit more manageable. So I started playing Sekiro again today, and I was stuck on this dumbass boss for months now, and months and months now, stuck on this boss. Like, not like I've been trying to beat this. I think it's a girl, whatever. Not that I've been trying to beat her for months, but like, you know, I was just like, fuck this game and put it down for months. Picked it up again today, and I smoked that bitch. So finally got past her, and then there was another boss right after her. Like, dude, fuck this game. But I, you know, actually was like, you know, let me just study the patterns, try to get, you know, figure out what it's trying to tell me, how to beat it, and then I beat it after only like 10 minutes, so it's fine.
Nice.
So now we're moving on. So I think Sekiro's next because I'm totally like fresh. I got to the next checkpoint after that, and now I'm just like totally brand new. I have no idea what's coming up next. But yeah. I've heard the final boss of Sekiro is the most rage-inducing thing in video game history. So
oh no,
I honestly don't know if I want to put myself through that. But I do, so I'm going to. But yeah, that's next. I finished Cowboy Bebop.
Nice.
I've been grinding stuff during this quarantine, man.
Hell yeah.
I watched Tiger King finally. Because shout out to Larry Fishburger. He told me to watch Tiger King. Everyone else and their mother is talking about it anyway. Severely overrated, I gotta say. I thought it was meh, but Joe Exotic is kind of crazy, and Carol Baskins totally killed that guy. So, yeah. What have you been doing?
I have been streaming so I don't know the exact numbers, but I used to stream like 2 to 3 days a week. Maybe 4 if you're lucky, but or if I'm lucky.
if we're lucky.
But it would be like 3 to 4 hour streams, maybe 5 or 6, and it'd be like 15 to 20 hours a week, probably max. Some 12 to 20 hours. But since like the past 2 to 3 weeks, I've been streaming like 5 or 6 days a week, and I've been streaming for like 8 or 9 hours at a time. So it's been like roughly 50 hours of streaming a week.
Damn.
So I've been grinding. Yesterday we had our first IRL stream. I played basketball and just acted a fool, played a bunch of classics, and we had a bunch of clips from that. I posted on my Twitter if you haven't seen it. I had a blast. Like, everyone from the community said like that was like an amazing stream, so it was cool to see that. We got a hype train, all that fun stuff.
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool to like not only get a great workout and a sweat in, because like your boy's getting fucking thick, not the nice thick, because of all these snacks. So I had to get some cardio. Yeah, I had to get some cardio. So I started doing that, and it was just like, it was almost like surreal, because like I remember so many hours playing in my pole barn and practicing, and like just me by myself, but then having like chat there and having like my community watch me and like being silly, like it was really cool. So I definitely want to do like a workout stream like that soon. I started Until Dawn the other day.
Oh yeah.
That's been pretty fun. That game's basically summarized just jump scares and decision making. Like, if I had to, it was $10. So if you have the chance and you want to play it, get it.
Yeah, fantastic game.
Yeah. But yeah, I just been like kind of on the search for like new games, like single player.
Well, speaking of single player games, I think Sony is about to hook you up tomorrow. I forgot what they called it because I'm drawing a blank. But Sony PlayStation basically is doing this initiative where they want you to stay at home and play games. So they're giving us 4 absolute masterpieces. Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4 absolute masterpieces. The Uncharted Collection, which features 1, 2, and 3, and Journey, which is one of the all-time great indie games. So I highly recommend for you, Mike, and everybody listening to have those jump towards the top of your must-play list. Journey, my going to Journey completely blind. The less you know about Journey, the better. So I won't talk much about it, but I played it through in one sitting and it's short but sweet, and like I haven't touched it since, but it was like perfect. It was just like that 3.5 hour playthrough, and I got every single thing I wanted to get out of it, and then it was over. Never wanted to touch it again, but my God, it was fantastic.
Like Inside was for me.
Yeah.
Like just a perfect short, like entertaining. Like while you're playing it, it's amazing.
Yes.
It's not something that you'll revisit, but like that's fine. Like you said, what you got out of it was like what you wanted.
Exactly. I don't know how it's going to translate to Twitch, because me and you consume games pretty differently, and I feel like that game skews a lot more heavily to how I play games, where like I literally shut all the lights off, had nothing on, no phone, nothing for the entire time, and just like it was just me and the game, and it was beautiful. The sounds, the looks, the feel, every single thing is so good. But it could translate to Twitch pretty well, I'd assume, if you make it.
Yeah. I want to get to that point where I can, dude, the people that can play whatever they want and still have their community for them, like, especially when you get up there in numbers. So like there's certain people, like let's just say Hamlin's, because it's like an easy example because people know him. He can turn on any VR game, any random indie game, any scary game, any sports game. Literally, he could play anything. He could sit there and do just chatting. He could literally do whatever he wants, and he's gonna get his like community there for him. Like, and he's making a living off of it. Once I can get to that point, dude, like that's the fucking game. Like that's living life. When I can turn on NFL Street 1 and 2 and play that for 12 hours and have the time of my life and my community's there and make a living off of it and not have to worry about bills, that's where I want to be.
Yeah.
Like,
hell yeah, dude. That'd be the best.
It's so annoying. I need to talk about this because it's so annoying that streaming is so shunned whenever you bring up money or anything. When you look at music, that's like what everyone even talks about. How many sales they had, how much money they're having, how much money they're wasting, what they're buying, like rap. And like if you're talking specifics, like it's all about money.
Yep.
Like the money is like the subject of the matter. But if you even like smell money in a stream, or like if someone even says the word money, like instant, like you might get canceled or like disrespect. Like it's just so stupid how like I just don't like how it's viewed. Like if it's a passion of yours, like I don't know. I just don't. I think because a lot of people like get really sensitive if anyone brings up how much money they make. So like if you're watching an interview or something and someone's like, "Oh, you're a millionaire," the person always denies it because like if you say like, "Yeah, I am," you kind of sound like a dick.
Yeah.
And but like it's a fact. Like you're doing well. You're making money. I don't know. I just don't like the whole like you have to do this for fun and fun only. Like, yes, fun and passion is the reason I got into this, and like I'm doing it because it's fun. I continue to do it because it's fun and I'm passionate. But like, the goal is to make content or a product or a service and be able to support yourself, so then you can keep creating. So like, money is a part of the equation. I don't care what anyone says. If you want it to be a full-time thing, money's not going to fucking grow in trees like in Animal Crossing. You plant a $10,000 bag and get 30,000. Doesn't happen. So like, like it's part of it. And like, it's just like the way that streaming culture is, I guess. Like people are so like afraid to talk about it. I'm honest with everyone. Like I want to be able to pay bills with it. Am I like, if you go about it in a certain way, like some people will be like, streaming and say give me money or something. That shit's kind of weird. Like you should be saying dumb. That that sounds like okay, like you're using people. But like if you're honest, like like I want to be able to quit my job and do this full time, that should be fine. You know, but
some of it might be because like streaming it's still really new. Like getting famous and rich off of like playing video games is still a very new thing. But it's also might be because like so many people play video games and it's and streaming is almost entirely crowdfunded. Yeah. And like a lot, and anyone can stream too.
So is Patreon though, right?
Yeah, 100%. So like I agree with you. I'm just trying to come up with my first initial gut reaction from the other side. Is like well, I'm streaming to 10,000 people, and like maybe 2,000 of those people are streamers, and they're streaming to 10 viewers or less. And I'm sitting here bragging about how much money or maybe not bragging, but I brought up the fact that I'm making $1 million from doing this when you're all trying to do this too, and you're not making a dime. So like maybe like they might get in their feelings about that. So it's like, or maybe if you talk about it too much, then people might not. Yeah,
I agree. You shouldn't like bring it up or boast or like try to make people feel bad. I just think it's dumb when people like get so mad at others for like wanting to make a living off of it.
Yeah. And that's been such a thing. Like with rap, I agree that it's like, rappers, they talk about how much money they have, how many bitches they can get, all that stuff. Like that's how it is. But the term sellout has been a thing in music forever too. Like,
I hate that too.
Especially in the genres I like. If Eminem makes "Love the Way You Lie," he's a sellout. Even though the Eminem Show is a diamond album, and so is the Marshmallows LP, he's a sellout because he made a pop song. Or "Oh, A Day to Remember" didn't scream once in their new song, they're selling out. Like that's totally like a thing where you know if you seem like you're doing it for the money, it's like no. But you know they got to pay their bills, and if they can make a great ass song and make a bunch of money off of it, then that's what they're gonna do. Or if I can be entertaining and stream and make a living off of it, then that's what I'm gonna do, and it has to put food on my table, so I've got to do it for the money at least a little bit.
I think what it is though mainly is like people are uninformed, uneducated on the subject, and they can't put themselves in the place of the person, so they can't really imagine like what it's like. But if you could see like someone that gets millions of views on their YouTube videos, they don't get shit from ad revenue. What you think, oh, they're getting 20-50 grand a video. No, it's not like that at all. So like they have to have deals with products to make the money, or else they can't keep making videos. So like if I was that creator, I'd be like, all right, either do you want me to keep making videos? You do? Okay, well I have to do this product video because bitch, I can't afford to live off of what I'm making right now.
Yeah, you know, I would have to assume that a vast majority of people that talk about that, like the money thing, is like they'd have to be kids, or there's people that that don't know what it's like to either struggle or to have to support yourself. Like, there's no way, because now as an adult that has to work a bullshit 9 to 5 that I hate, like, every time now, if a band that I absolutely loved totally sold out, it would suck, but I would at least get it. And not like call them out. It's like, well, if we make the album we want to make, we're gonna make $5 grand. But if we make the album the label wants us to make, we're gonna get $100,000 and be able to live luxuriously making music. Then like I can't fault them for making that decision. That's totally fine. Yeah, it's like it sucks, but if like money is important, so you have to do stuff for the money. Sometimes, as soon as you go 100% for the money, that's when you're fucking up. But you have to be thinking about it.
When you lose like your creativity and solely like chase the money, and then like I don't know, it's just a totally different direction and people can sense it, then it's like it ruins it. But if you can still stay like true to yourself by like it's all about balance, I think. Yeah. But like if someone told you like we're gonna give you $100,000 if you make like an album like this style instead of the style you want, you'd probably think about it.
Yeah, I'd probably do it and then take the money I made from that album to then make the album that I want to make.
Exactly.
I'd probably do that.
Because like you just think of the position that you're in like right now, like dude, to be able to not have to worry about bills.
Yeah, and I could go like make this album and tour it and stuff and like live as a rock star. Yeah. And like I'll make your album. Like I don't know if that makes me sound like a sellouty douche, but that's what I would do. And then I would try to use my platform to put other things in the spotlight that I do like. Like like let's say I became like an Ed Sheeran somehow. I would still like in interviews and stuff, if it got brought up, I'd be like, hell yeah, I love metal, or I love this, or I love that, or like you know, try to bring up that. I'd shout out AEW instead of WWE or whatever. Like
I love EDM or EMP music. EMP.
EMP music.
Someone said that in someone said that yesterday. But like,
Yeah,
I
I
was like,
was
"What
there.
song should we play?" And they're like, "Throw on some EMP." I got you,
I got you. I'm gonna take out all your electronics.
dude. Speaking of electronics, what did you
Mm.
think about the PlayStation 5
Oh
controller
dang.
that
The
got
Dual
leaked?
Sense?
Yep,
That's what they're
it got
calling
leaked
it.
from PlayStation himself. They leaked it.
Yeah, it got leaked. It got leaked in an official announcement from PlayStation.
Yeah, dude. I can't believe they leaked
First,
their own controller.
yeah, first of all, I want to say RIP to the DualShock. You had a
Hmm.
great, phenomenal, over 20-year run, and it's beautiful. My favorite controller of all time. Shout out to the DualShock 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Can you
But
explain? Can you explain to the people the DualShock and the difference between that and this?
that's just what they're calling it. Like it's just
Okay,
like it's just a PlayStation controller, but they're calling
just
it
the
the
shape.
DualShock. Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
or the version.
DualSense. The DualSense is still very much DualShocky, but they're just
Hmm.
not calling it the DualShock anymore. It's now the DualSense. So just RIP. Super nitty gritty nerdy PlayStation shit that doesn't really matter.
Hmm.
But I'm super nerdy, whatever.
Gritty PlayStation shit that doesn't
Dirty
matter.
nerdy. Exactly. Yes. Yep. So
That
we're
is
moving
good.
on to the DualSense. It's kind of dividing people on whether or not they
Really?
like it. Yeah. Like I've seen a lot of people think it looks terrible, but I think they're kind of
Mm,
too caught up on the color scheme, maybe.
yeah, for sure.
I think the fact that there's a dual color scheme that opens up so many more opportunities of like cool
Yeah.
looking controllers, and they're gonna put out a full black one. Like I saw, there's already a Photoshop going around of like, would you have liked the DualSense more if they announced it like this? And it's just like a matte black one, and everyone was like, well, yeah, that looks great. Well, there's
Yeah.
gonna be a black one,
Right.
like
Right.
yeah. So I think it's cool that they're at least trying something different. They still have the same analog sticks of the DualShock 4, which I love. The trigger, like the PlayStation controllers have always been my favorite, except I liked the 360 controller more than the PS3 controller. But
Hmm.
other than that, I've always been leaned PlayStation on my controller preferences. So I'm glad that they don't go too far out. But this one looks a lot beefier, more of like an
Yeah, it
Xbox
does.
One controller, but it's still the same like general layout and idea. So
Hmm.
at least from looks, obviously we'll never know until we can actually hold it in our hands. But from general looks, I'm pretty stoked about where they go, with probably the biggest difference being the D-pad, where the D-pad is now, if I can grab my PlayStation controller, for RIP our audio listeners, but for the viewers on YouTube, this, your regular D-pad, this D-pad kind of looks more like the PlayStation Vita D-pad maybe. So if you want to look that up, again, we're not going to know until we can actually feel it, but I always love the PlayStation D-pad, so I hope they don't change it too much, but it looks like it might feel a little bit clickier. So I'm like hesitant there, but I guess we'll see. And they've never put out a bad controller, so I trust them. But I like the weightiness because I have bigger hands, kind of. Like I'm a bigger person, kind of.
Hmm.
So like just slightly bigger than average. So I like my meaty, weighty controllers, man. I like it.
I do too. That's what I really like. Always liked about Xbox over PlayStation was the controller felt more full. When I pulled like a PS4 controller, it feels like I'm playing like I have like the kids version of a controller. When I play Xbox, it like feels like just so comfy. So like I really like what PlayStation did. They took the best of both worlds and kind of made their own thing, So
Yeah,
Oh.
and I like that they're being totally like sticking to their guns with the analog sticks being level with each other.
Yeah.
Every single non-PlayStation gamer is like, I have to have my analog sticks offset. That's when I would switch over. But PlayStation thankfully is caring about their PlayStation audience who does like their analog sticks that way. And I don't prefer one way over the other really, but I do really like my analog sticks like level like that. Like I do like it. So I'm glad that
Yeah.
they're sticking with it and they're like, no, this is our stuff. And they got rid of the share button and it's now oh crap, what is it
Mute?
called now?
They have a mute
No.
button too.
Oh really?
Yeah, I saw someone pointed out that they're gonna have a mute button for like controller console players so they can mute themselves instead of like switching off their mic.
That's
So that's-
beautiful. I like
Yeah.
that a lot. Oh, it's a create button now. So they didn't go into details, but they don't have the share button. They have a create button. They still have the lights on it. I really like the blue and the white aesthetic. Like I'm a big fan of that color combo.
Hmm.
And at launch it'll be white, but there's gonna be a whole bunch of different kind of combinations for. There's gonna be one that you like.
Yeah, for sure.
So I saw somebody said it looks like a collab between PlayStation and Jordan. And that kind of made me laugh.
That's funny. It kind of
Yeah.
does.
Yeah, but I love PlayStation and I love Jordan, so I'm in.
It looks like honestly, like you could find a shoe that matches it. Like one of your shoes probably matches.
My shoes, yeah. Let me
Yeah.
grab if I may right here.
Or Justin's. I don't remember whose they are. Because Justin had those same shoes last week.
Yes, it kind of looks like these, but yeah. So I'm down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It just depends on the colorway, because they're gonna have a billion of them. So like they're gonna have a cut, like build your own. So like, does it really matter what color like the main ones are? As long as you like the design.
Well, it is the color that it comes with the console. So like we're kind of like, well, just buy a new $60 controller if you don't like the color. So it's
Right.
like it does matter, but
Down the
I
road
don't know.
though.
Yeah, in like a year after it
Right.
launches, it's not gonna matter anymore.
What I'm interested in is like what titles are gonna come out. Like we don't really know.
We don't. We have no idea. We know like some like the Ubisoft title that I'm drawing a blank on now. Like it has gods in the title. Oh, Godfall.
Yeah.
I fucking hate that title. Godfall. But Godfall is coming out. I think that was the first officially announced PlayStation 5 game. Godfall that actually said like PlayStation 5 on it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna be there. And then with all these other delays, like The Last of Us 2 might be on there. They might do with The Last of Us 2 what Nintendo did with Breath of the Wild, where Breath of the Wild launched on Wii U and Switch on the same day. So they might do that now with The Last of Us 2. I guess it just depends on if they have another big first party exclusive, because they're not going to want to like have those two games compete. Like they would never launch like The Last of Us 2 and God of War 2 on the same day. There's no way.
Yeah.
So, because that'd be, let's say the console is $500, they'd be expecting people to spend $620 in one day.
Yeah.
So to get the console in both games.
As long as they go to PC, I don't care about anything.
Yeah.
Just come to PC.
Well, those games won't come to PC.
It's so stupid.
Not right away anyway.
Like there's so much money that they're leaving on the table, because like I'm sure it's a lot of work, but I don't know. There's so many streamers and like people gaming on PCs now. Like, dude, you got to.
Yeah. Well, the idea is we're gonna give Naughty Dog all this money to make this game, and then it's only gonna be available on PlayStation. So then all these people are gonna go buy a PlayStation, and then we're gonna get our money back that way.
That's asking so much of people.
Yeah, but I mean, it's worked for 30 years. So
well, PC gaming wasn't as big though when that happened. So like your only choice was a console.
True. Kind of.
PC's more mainstream now. Like
definitely, that's a fact.
Because of streaming and everything. So like I don't know. If I already have a PC, if like say I'm like in high school and I just finally saved up for a PC, there's no way I'm gonna try to get a $700 worth of console and gaming right after. Like.
That could be. They could look at it as that's even like more of a reason for them to make console exclusives, because everybody's going to buy Madden on PC now, or everybody's going to buy Godfall on PC, so no one's going to buy a PlayStation 5. But wait, we have God of War 2, so we're going to put God of War on PlayStation 5, and then people are going to have to buy it if they want to play God of War 5. And then eventually, between God of War 5 and The Last of Us 2 and Spider-Man 2 and Guerrilla's new game and the new Gran Turismo and every other PlayStation game, eventually we're going to have this undeniable portfolio of PlayStation exclusives, and you're going to be dumb if you don't own a PlayStation 5. That's Sony's mindset, I'm assuming.
I don't have that much money.
Right.
Like, sounds like Nintendo selling you the same freaking... Nintendo's even worse. They'll sell you the same game, different version for the same price.
Sony at least has new franchises with each generation for the most part. Nintendo's been giving us a Mario game and a Donkey Kong game and a Kirby game and a Smash Bros. Game for 30 years.
Yeah.
But we still love them, so it's cool.
Yeah.
At least with each generation, PlayStation companies make like new games, like going from Jack and
Mhm.
Daxter to Uncharted to The Last of Us and so
They're
on and so forth.
definitely, yeah, they're definitely like the MVP in like making like new titles, because like
Yes.
Xbox and Nintendo struggle in that category. Like they're not even in
Mhm.
competition to PlayStation in that.
No.
There's always new shit for PlayStation.
Mm-hmm.
You could literally,
like Death Stranding this year was a big one.
yeah, like you could literally get like be frozen for like 300 years and there's still not a new Nintendo exclusive game out.
Yeah.
Fucking pisses me off, dude.
Yeah, with Switch they gave us Arms. It's like the only big Switch exclusive that I can think of that's like a totally new franchise. And I thought that game was great, but it definitely didn't set the world on fire. And then the Wii U, they gave us Splatoon, which same thing, great game, but you know it kind of came and went.
But then like that's a one.
But
name
that's
list.
one exactly.
Yeah.
That's one for an entire console generation.
Oh my god.
So, yeah.
All right, you ready for some rapid fire? We're a minute.
I'm ready
and
for
12
some
in.
rapid fire. We're a minute and 12 in. Damn, longest
Yeah.
minute and 12 ever.
Yeah, minute 12, as that's what it says in my Audacity. I think it's broken. I gotta update it. Okay, first rapid fire question. If you could create a fruit smoothie, what would be in it? I thought of this myself.
Strawberries and peaches would be that is my go-to fruit smoothie. Strawberries and peaches, it's delicious.
Any like protein or yogurt?
Sometimes if I'm definitely yogurt. I do Greek, just no fat or low fat or whatever Greek yogurt. Like if I'm drinking a smoothie, it's because I'm trying to be healthy. Otherwise, I'm gonna drink a pop or some bullshit that I shouldn't be drinking, or a milkshake or something. So Greek yogurt with like, the most health beneficial yogurt I can find. Peaches, strawberries, and if I'm feeling like I haven't got enough protein that day, then I'll throw a scoop of whey protein in there.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
So,
why is it that tropical smoothies taste so much better than at-home smoothies?
I have no idea. I don't know what kind of magic they're putting in their smoothies. It's literally just ice and fruit, but they kill it. They probably
ice, fruit, and a little bit of yogurt.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And I don't know why I keep forgetting about the yogurt, but I think they must have like mastered the fruit to ice ratio. I think that's what it is. It's so smooth, and they must get their fruit from like some pristine farms or some shit.
It's like they throw fruit and fruit juice of that fruit in. So like pineapples and pineapple juice, because it's so sweet.
Yeah, it tastes so good. I've never had a smoothie even as close to as good as a tropical smoothie.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Fruit smoothie. Right, the thing about smoothies is you have to get something that mixes well, because if you throw a bunch of different flavors, you just get like the color brown when you throw a bunch of colors together. You know what I mean? Like, it turns into shit. So when it comes to a fruit smoothie, I really like strawberries, blueberries, and something really like wild, like a pineapple.
Ooh, something exotic.
I like that exotic, like Joe in there,
Oh God, a cup of Joe.
A cup of Joe. So, pineapple, strawberries, and blueberries are always really good. I know a lot of people like banana, but it's so weird how overpowering a banana flavor is. Yeah, it's a subtle flavor, but it's overpowering.
You could put a million fruit in a million different fruits in a smoothie, and if banana is one of those fruits, it's a banana smoothie.
It's just a banana smoothie.
Yep, that's the only thing I can taste. It's like coffee. Like you can put a gallon of creamer and 20 gallons of caramel and French vanilla, and then put 2 atoms of coffee in there, and that's all I can taste.
2 atoms.
2 atoms.
What about 2 Eves?
2 atoms and 2 Eves.
And a snake and an apple. Yeah, true. I put my snake in my coffee.
Hey, give it that jump start. That's your stir straw.
Burn. Yeah. That shit would burn. All right, your turn.
Wait, what was your answer?
I said strawberries, blueberries, and pineapple.
Oh, okay.
And then like yogurt and ice, obviously.
All right. My number one. Ooh, what?
Real quick, the thing that they put in the one that I got after I had food poisoning at your house, they we never talked about that. Well, I think we did, but they put orange juice.
Oh yeah,
orange juice. Yeah,
and some of them. Yeah,
and some of them. Yeah. All right,
that's a good idea. I have some orange juice. I should try that.
Dude, yeah, that's good.
Okay, so last week with Justin on episode 27, we talked about who our biggest crushes.
Just kidding.
We talked about who our biggest crushes were in throughout life. But what I want to know this week is who are your guy crushes?
Guy crushes? Ooh.
Yeah, who are your guy crushes? It can be purely sexual. It can be like just because it can be because they're a great person. Like I just want to know who are Electricity Waves guy crushes.
Okay, I'm gonna say famous. I'm gonna say famous people, and I'm gonna say people in the community because I just want to show some love.
I'm gonna stay strictly to famous people.
Okay. I would say, the one, I don't know his name, but the actor in one of the Marvel movies, he's the evil guy, and I said that he I don't think
Loki.
huh?
Loki?
No. He was a dude that was fighting Captain America, I think, in one of the Avenger movies, and he had dark hair like me and a black beard, and I said that guy. If I was
the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, it might have been. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people that fight Captain America, and the Winter Soldier. He was like evil at first, but he's not really evil, so it's hard to say.
I'm gonna look him up to make sure.
Okay.
Who would be another one? Damn, this is tough. I don't feel like I really have guy crushes. I appreciate like when a dude's attractive for sure, but like a crush, like people, like I know a lot of dudes would be like, "I'll suck Tom Brady's dick for 5 cents," but like I'm not like that. Like
no, that's not where I was hoping this question was gonna go. So,
fuck, dude, it's the guy that's wearing like maybe it was in Iron Man, but I don't think so. It was it was in the Avengers movie. I'm pretty sure it's the Avengers movie.
Like Avengers 1?
I think it was. Have we only seen 1 or 2?
We've seen 2.
Well,
2 they fought Ultron, and I doubt it's Ultron.
No. It's one
of the guys. It would have to be Loki then. You sure it's not Loki?
It's not Loki.
Damn.
Loki? It's not Loki. Maybe it's the Iron Man movie. Maybe it's not Avengers. It might be Iron Man 3. I don't know. Iron Man or Captain America. No. Because Iron Man, it's the dude with the beard, the older dude.
Yeah, the Mandarin. Well, in Iron Man 3, it's the Mandarin.
Mm-hmm. And it's definitely not the Red Skull.
No, it's definitely not.
Dude, there's a guy named Cosmic Cube? What? Dude.
Oh my god, there is.
He's my new favorite.
It's Marvel not Thanos? Character? Thanos isn't your guy crush? That's what I would have guessed.
He do be kind of thick, though.
Yeah, I would have guessed it was Thanos, to be honest.
Okay, actually, I could just go from Marvel people. I would say... I guess from, like... Not Marvel, but...
Well, while we are on Marvel, Chris Evans is one of mine.
Yeah, he's a good one.
He's a dream and a half, if I've ever seen one.
I'm trying to think. I'd say, I guess the guy from DC, the guy who played Superman.
Henry
Cavill?
Really
good-looking guy. I think so.
Yeah, he's also Geralt in The Witcher.
Yeah, that guy is really attractive.
Yeah, he's great.
Thor. He's really attractive.
Chris Hemsworth.
He's really attractive. Who else? Dude, this is tough.
I mean, I don't named a few. Like, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I never think who are my men crushes or who's my man crush. Like I just am like I see a dude, I'm like, oh, either he's attractive or he's not. If you're a guy and you don't have that judgment at all, then you're hiding something, you're denying something because you see a face and you judge it. It's there, you can't escape that thought. Either someone looks good or they don't. It's just being human. If you see a girl, if she's cute or not, right away is the first thing you notice is looks. Personality is the most important thing.
You physically see them. So.
Yeah, it's just what happens. It's not if you're a bad person. It's nothing to do with morals. It's just what happens.
Right.
But yeah, who are yours? Chris Evans, is he one?
Yeah. Chris Evans is definitely one. He's a big man crush. The Rock, just like just for how great of a person he seems to be, at least. The Rock is one of them. Right now, I'm man crushing hard. I don't know exactly how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Charnas, Spencer Charnas. He is the lead singer of Ice Nine Kills. He has a voice of an angel and a demon when he wants to. And he just has like his sense of style is like perfect. Like in another world, in another universe, I'm a pop punk singer and my style matches Spencer Charnas to a T. He looks good, man.
Nice.
So yeah, he seems just like a really cool dude. So he's another one of mine. And that's all I can think of right now is those are the three big ones. I'm sure, I don't know. There's got to be another one around there somewhere, but for now, I'm giving you those three definitive answers, not in order.
Okay. I would say also in the community, one of the most attractive dudes is I forgot his full name. Like, cuz I think he has a 5 at the end of it, but his name's Project. That dude is an attractive man and he's awesome. He's super nice. Larry Fishburger also. There's a lot of dudes.
Danger Doug.
Danger Doug is definitely a cutie.
Yeah.
I think we already talked about this, but I cuddled him at TwitchCon. I didn't really, but we slept in the same bed.
I've never been more jealous of a human being.
Because we were it was me, him, and Justin, and I feel so bad for Danger Doug having to deal with me and Justin shit. Like, it was just like, dude, just think about like the I'm not gay, ask my husband joke, and like Cube, like all these stupid jokes, and like Doug's there. Like, you know how Doug is, like he's just giggling and laughing the entire time. Like, look at these fucking morons being idiots because they finally met. But then we were in Doug's room at the end of the night, and I don't think we were going to go back because we had stuff to go to the event the next day. So there's the bed and then there's the couch. And then we were just like, who wants to sleep where? Obviously, Doug's going to take the bed. He offered to take the couch, but we're like, nah, bro. Like, you're letting us stay here for free. And I was like, fuck it. I'll sleep in the bed. And it's been like a joke ever since. Like, me and Doug cuddled at TwitchCon.
Damn.
It's just to make people jealous.
It works, I'm sure.
And then I just remember we were like in the dark and me and Justin were texting each other. I had never laughed so hard in my life. Just like, you know how he gets and like how we are together, and just saying like stupid stuff, like all the inside jokes, all when it's quiet and Doug's trying to sleep. And we're just dying, like cracking up. It was
dude,
so
he probably
fun.
wanted out of that room so bad.
Yeah,
dude.
I felt so bad. I even said that too. I was like, I feel so bad for you, Doug, because like we can't sleep because we're just dying laughing. But he was laughing too. So, but yeah. Okay. My next question is, what movie could you watch over and over? If we kind of already answered that, I actually have even a greater question. So
we haven't really answered it. I mean, I've talked about this movie on the pod before, but we've never like had this question before. The movie I could watch over and over again is a Goofy movie.
A Goofy movie, really? Oh
yep,
shit!
Yep, a Goofy movie. It is. It might be my all-time favorite movie. Definitely my all-time favorite Disney movie. The music in it is phenomenal. The story's great. It's like actually funny. Not like, oh, I'm a kid, so this is funny. Like if I watched it today, I'd actually laugh. It's fantastic. The story of Max and Roxanne is like just a timeless classic, and Goofy's voice is awesome. I adore a Goofy movie, and its 25th anniversary was just recent actually, and the director like live tweeted it while they were watching it, and I learned some more new stuff about it, which I thought was really cool.
That's cool.
Absolutely adore a Goofy movie. I could watch it a million times if I had to.
I don't know if I've ever. That's a great movie. I grew up watching that as well. But a movie I've never really like talked about, but it used to be my favorite movie, all-time favorite movie, was the movie called 2012. You ever heard of it?
I have, but I didn't know you had such a love for it.
Yeah, I don't know why. I went to the theater. It was one of the first movies I saw in the theater, and I don't know, that and the Incredible Hulk. Me and you went and watched that. We lost about 30 decibels of our hearing that day, but
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, 2012, because it was about the world ending. There's a bunch of like natural disasters. The movie, like, the effects were crazy. The immersion of the, like, it was just like super like, oh shit, what if this happened? Like, what if a wave, they were in New York City, I believe, and like an entire like hurricane and like tidal waves would take over the city, and like it was really crazy just to watch. Like, that's a really good movie.
Mhm.
So I don't know, I liked stuff like that. Like, we're kind of living a movie like that, but just in like sick form.
Yeah, in the most boring fashion.
Thank God.
Yeah. Boring in a good way, of course.
Yeah. But yeah, 2012 was a great movie. I really liked that as a kid, because I was think about being like 12 years old and seeing like the world ending on the screen and like all this crazy shit. Like,
Yeah.
that movie was ahead of its time, I feel like.
Damn. I might have to check it out. I've never seen it before.
It's a good movie. It might be on Netflix too. I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen it, so like, if you don't think it's good, then I'm sorry, but I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you always
So-
run that risk when you recommend something to somebody. They might not like it.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was a pretty good movie, and like Cloverfield's similar type of movie too. If you've ever seen those movies,
I haven't seen Cloverfield either.
yeah.
But I'm not
those
a big
movies-
horror movie guy. I know it's not like
It's not-
too horror-y, but
I mean, it's not really scary. It's just like,
Oh.
yeah, it's not supposed to be scary. It's just kind of like, holy shit, like, imagine if this happened type thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Damn.
But yeah. Yeah. that's me.
My last question is, if you became famous, what is something you would try to use your fame to get involved in? Like, for example, I'm famous now, so I'm going to call Drake and see if he wants to play Fortnite with me. Like,
I actually tweeted about this today. I would collab with every fucking single like amazing person that I admired, content creator. I would reach out, like, I would definitely reach out to like Dashy, to Hamlin, CDN, Nick Merckx, Courage, maybe Ninja, PewDiePie, Markiplier, comedians, Theo Von, Chris D'Elia, Bobby Lee, Andrew Santino, Nick Swartzen. I would collab with everyone, and it pisses me off that people don't do that. Maybe behind the scenes they are emailing, and scheduling is really hard, because you can see, like, with this podcast, like, it's hard for us to even schedule a guest, and we're small. So imagine people that are actually busy all the time with deals and stuff, product deals. But yeah, I would reach out so much more. I'd tweet about like wanting to collab. I'd have all my community like retweet it and like ask the person, and just like I would push for good content, because like you only live once. You only have a window opportunity to work with people, because in 10 years everything could change. So like I'd take advantage of it for sure. That's my answer.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically my answer. I do have one that's a little bit more specific, but yeah, I would make a collab, like basically just I would want like a series of collab albums. I think would be really, really cool. Like where the whole point of the album is like each song has a different person, and they would hopefully be like dream projects.
Like DJ Khaled does that. I know it's not the best example, but like
no, it's a great it's a great example.
Yeah. Well, just because like people like make fun of like videos, but
yeah, that's true. But yeah, so I would basically do that same thing. The other thing that sucks is like I feel like a lot, like let's say a lot of people that I like now, they might not be as active. Like if I ever make it and blow up and stuff, they might not be as active, or whatever. If I'd like, let's say I blow up in 5 years and I can make a compilation album, but I hate every rapper that's rapping in 5 years.
Right.
So like I don't want to work with anybody, you know? So
yeah.
So that would suck, but hopefully that's not the case. And I'd be able to expand, you know, like how Marshmello had A Day to Remember on the same album as like Migos or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. So like that, I would do that kind of crazy shit. Yeah. But then more specifically, I think it'd be really, really cool to make an entrance theme for a wrestler. I think that would be. I don't know how I managed to have wrestling come up in every episode, but it'd be so dope if I'm just like watching AEW on TV and my favorite wrestler comes out and he's playing a song I made for him. That would be so cool. And like, because wrestling
Yeah.
has that big like oh shit factor where they go for those like holy crap moments, and for like, and it's the song that triggers that.
Yeah.
Stone Cold, when that glass shatters, oh my god, you
Mm-hmm.
will never ever hear a louder crowd reaction than Stone Cold's glass shattering in 2000. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so for one of my songs to trigger that reaction would just be, I would get goosebumps for days. So that's
Yeah, that'd
like
be
my
sick.
specific thing. I would love if I was like hugely famous. I'd definitely call up AEW and be like, "Yo, let me make a John Moxley's new entrance theme or whoever."
Mm-hmm.
Not
This
that
is
he
selfish,
needs one, but
but I'd really want you to create for a video game like soundtrack. And I
yeah,
don't know how high that is on your tier list, but that's like one
very.
of the main things I want to see.
That's so funny. I actually said that to one of my friends in a message today. But
Really?
yeah, that's a dream project for sure. But I think that's something that I'd be able to pull off before I got like big and famous. That's like a realistic,
Yeah.
like, soon goal.
Yeah, you could reach out to game devs right now and say like,
Exactly.
or like tag it and be like, if anyone needs like soundtrack, I'm ready to work. That would be sick exposure too.
Exactly. So like I would love to work for like an indie game or something and make their soundtrack. It's, ever since I played, like I've wanted to do this for a long time, but playing My Friend Pedro really like kickstarted that for me.
Yeah.
Like it's so rare, like it's so rare nowadays. Back in the day, it was almost every game was like this, but it's so rare nowadays for me to play a game and think, "Holy shit, this soundtrack slaps, dude."
Yeah.
But
This
but
is
my
different.
yeah, but My Friend Pedro, that was the very first thing that hit because like the song hits as soon as the level starts. So like, and that first song is so good. So like before I understood the gameplay mechanics or the story or literally anything about the game, my very first thought was, "Oh shit, this song sounds awesome."
Yeah,
So
it hooks
like
you.
exactly, and it never slowed up. Like it was
Yeah.
just fantastic from start to finish. So I would love to work on a video game album or a soundtrack.
Like Doom too. They're known for that.
Yep.
Their
Yeah,
music.
Doom is known for that, just for being like balls to the wall metal and super like just in your face and perfect for the kind of game it is. Like I would want to work on a game and have people say like, "Oh yeah, and the soundtrack is phenomenal."
Yeah.
That would be awesome. Like people actually go on Steam and look up that game's soundtrack and buy it.
Yeah, I can't wait for the day that you like message me and you're like, dude, they asked me to make a soundtrack for them. Like I'm gonna be fucking hype.
Yeah. Even if it's just one song.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't even care.
Yeah, I want to
I'll be
make
pumped for you.
I want to make video game music. I want to make a wrestler entrance music. I want to
Yep.
make an album. I want to make a collab album. I want to do everything.
Eventually, my videos are intro and outro and like vlog music or whatever will probably have your stuff in it.
Yep, I'm gonna hook up all of Electricity Waves videos with dope ass intro music or outro music or just a little random beat that you hear in the background while he's talking in the vlog or whatever. And people are gonna be like,
Hell
"Damn, he's got Stadium making his beats, dude,
That's
for
gonna be sick,
for
dude.
free, dude."
Best promo ever.
Yeah, definitely.
All right.
Do you
I
want do you
think,
want to do you want to do your backup one or do you want to save it?
We're at a minute 30 or a minute. Or yeah, we're at a minute 33. So, I don't know. We can do it quick. We can do it quick.
Okay.
What video game would you create a movie in, and who would play the main character?
So just take a video game and make it a movie.
Yeah, and what actor would play that?
Like assuming it's done perfectly right. I don't know if this would be my answer, but my first gut reaction is God of War and have Jason Momoa play
yep.
Kratos.
Jason Momoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
have him play Kratos. That's my initial gut reaction. So I guess I'm gonna stick with it
Mm-hmm.
because I think that would be really cool.
Who would play Atreus?
I don't know, some kid that I don't know. I'm not that familiar with Hollywood actors or anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know, just some kid that I don't know. It better be a kid too. Like don't Hollywood it
Yeah.
up and have some bullshit. I don't know. Just like
Right.
have it be some kid who's a great actor.
Yeah. I have to agree. Like, or I'd say God of War or the irrelevant Gears of War right now.
Yeah.
I would love to see Batista play Marcus.
Hell yeah.
And like, yeah, I feel like with Gears of War though, like besides Batista, I probably wouldn't know any actor on that set besides him because like just knowing like the characters, like they would either pick the people who do the voice for him, like they pick Cole as Cole.
The guy that plays Cole could definitely
Is
be
Cole.
Cole. Yeah.
Yeah.
He could definitely be Cole. Like if you know what he looks like in real life. Like he
which
could
is
play
fine
for sure.
Yeah, because
Totally.
like they might have designed the characters to look something like the voice too. I don't know, or
Yeah.
like, yeah, I really don't know. Did the Gears comic start, or did Gears 1 which was first?
It was a game first.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah, it was a game first, and then there's comics, and then there's going to be a new. I think they're doing a new comic series soon, or it just came out, or it's starting up again. I don't remember. It's hard to.
I would love a
track of
Gears show.
Yeah, like the
I think
Last of
that'd
Us
be-
HBO show that's gonna happen. Oh my.
Yeah, because like with a show, like you can there's so much to the story. They honestly can't even like shorten it up with like Gears. Like there's so much to that Gears like history and lore.
Yeah, Gears has such a rich history and lore, like you just said. Like they could do like E-Day stuff, they could do Delta
Yep.
Squad stuff, they could do whole different side of the cog where we like of characters that we've never met before, but they're still in the same.
Dude.
They're still like fighting the same war. Like there's a vast universe in Gears, so they could like.
I would
do a
love
whole bunch of
that.
stuff with it. That'd be awesome.
see,
They could do
like-
Pendulum War stuff. They could do anything.
Yeah, to see like Locust and CGI would be fucking sick. Like Mira and
Yeah.
like the Scourge in like a show. I would love that.
Yeah, me too. I would whatever video streaming service that show was on. I'm signing up.
Oh
for that
yeah,
show.
for sure.
Yeah, like when the Last of Us show comes out, I'll take my
I can't
$15
wait
a
for
month
that, too.
HBO.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Jeez.
watch that too when that comes out. We can do our Mandalorian with that though. Do the Mandalorian with the Last of Us show.
I'm down.
Like same format.
Yeah, I'm down. I cannot wait for the Last of Us. I don't know if I've ever been this hyped for a show. I'd like a brand new show.
Yeah, it's sick, dude. When's it coming out?
No idea.
No idea.
No idea. Hopefully this year, but probably
Yeah.
not.
All right. Well, that's that about wraps up everything for me.
Yes, sir.
Episode 28. I thought it went well. I thought we had a lot of good stuff to talk about. Episode 29 might be a guess. We'll see. We're still recruiting and scouting some awesome people for you guys to meet. I think
Cross
the
your
guest
fingers.
episodes. Yeah, I think that guest episodes always do really well. But don't sleep on these episodes.
Nope.
Don't sleep on these episodes. I'm gonna start like reminding people that the solo episodes are just as good as the guest ones. So just wanted to thank you guys for supporting us. It's episode 28. We're over a half a year. We're creeping in on the cursed episode for Sean. So we're gonna pass that and kill that.
Yep.
And then we'll get closer to a year, and that'll be a fun celebration. But you guys already know the drill. You guys already know the drill. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, retweet the tweets when we say that we're posting the podcast. If you want to help us grow, tell a friend, all that good stuff. And thank
Follow
you
us
for
on
tuning
Twitter.
in. Yeah, follow us on Twitter at C4OL Podcast if you haven't. And we'll see you on episode 29. This was Chillin' for Our Lives. I'm your host, Electricity Wave, and Stadium Beats, my co-host. We'll see you guys next week. Stay chill. Later, guys. Peace.